Hey guys, Banana here. Welcome back to another Watcher of Realms video. We're back with another Codex video, and this time around we have the Mother of Curse rotation. We haven't had this in quite a long while, because the last time we did this, my nurture was still A1, and that was a very long time ago, now that I think back about it. And we also have Alex upgraded to A3, so that'll definitely help a ton in terms of rich regen and yeah. The only thing new here I will say this time around is that we have Lady Mina in the mix as well. So she is very good for the Codex for two reasons. Firstly, she does quite a bit of control herself. She has some slows. She also does what do you call that? Immobilize, and the fact that during her ultimate she does quite a hefty chunk of damage, it just helps her a lot in taking down one side of the wave. And yeah, there's really no other reasons why you wouldn't use her here, and she works perfectly fine even at A0. I managed to snag this score at A0, so yeah, I think if you don't have Lady Alex and all, then the team could be adjusted, like you could use Hex instead. It is definitely much easier to get an SSS score now compared to when this codex was launched. I think back then you sort of had to have Alex to actually make it work. Now, there is also another team that has shown up on Global where they are using a cultist team. So it features units like, okay, this is close, but the team featured Azeroth, Beatrix, Anora, Verlis, as well as Valara, and then I think Beelzebub last but not least. But I haven't seen any of that on here yet, so maybe I'll try that out after we showcase this one. But yeah, let's get into it without further ado. We'll showcase gear later at the end of the video, but for now, we just want to take a look at this usual placement now. Timer is on 2x, let's slow that down. Then what we'll do is place down Alex, Beelzebub buff, and then we'll do Silas to trigger the A3 marksman buff on both of them. Then we do Eova, Nurture, then Lady Mina, and we'll just switch on our auto ultimates and hope for the best here. It's not ideal there. In an ideal scenario, you would want Lady Mina to do her ultimate a lot later. So let's restart the run, see if we get a better one.
Uncompromising, unrelenting, unbreakable. Swiftly, silently.
You summon me, as he once did.
There we go. Put that down. See if we can kill these two guys off. Nope, they got the immunity. Should be able to one-hit these guys. That was close. Yeah. The idea here is to have the first few waves cleared up by Mina quickly. And then with that, we can consecutively do the boss rush phase. Actually, get to do damage to the boss. So yeah, there's a bit of RNG there because her interval is fixed. It's not based on attack speed. So what happened right there was that the birds just spawned at a timing where, you know, they were not getting hits at all. And by then, the birds already gained immunity and they started walking off. That's the unfortunate bit there. See if we can get this killed. Okay, that's good. Now we have this left. Go.
Shadows can't hide you.
Every step written in blood.
Intruders have been marked.
Chunk of damage there, but you can see the birds start gaining immunity, and that's where it gets sketchy. Fortunately, we managed to clear that out quite quickly. Problem is, this down phase we were hit by the rage debuff, so we don't really have much damage going on the boss there. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the run. There's really no point in doing manual rounds on this, because I find that there's just so much RNG. You selecting the ultimates one by one is probably going to wind up giving you a worse off score, at least from my experience. Now we're going to do another run here. We're just going to auto it, and we'll see if we get a better score, because sometimes that is what actually happens here. I think this run will be a lot better if we can kill off the birds quickly. There we go. The earlier you start the countdown, then the more stacks you can actually get through. See, this is looking like a much better run compared to what we had on manual. And the more rounds of those birds killing you go with, the stronger these guys get. Getting to the point where we're not cycling enough ultimates as well. Go. Very nice chunk of damage there. Almost have this down. See the damage already being better than what we had previously. And this was a fully auto run, so yeah, it says a lot. We do die here, but at least that's the placement that we're running to just get this right. What I found to be helpful is that if you have Lady Mina's ultimate lining up for each time the crows spawn, and you have the hits landing off at the right time, then you sort of tend to get a better score. Because sometimes when the birds get stuck there for I think 3 seconds or more, they go into that state where CC effects don't have any they're immune to CC effects, and when that happens, then it's very hard to get a hold of them, and that's where your run starts to crumble. But if that doesn't happen, then most of the time the run goes pretty well, and I can probably push for a higher score here, but it's just not worth the time to redo it. You can see this guy in top 1 position, he actually has only Mina at A0, but even then it's still doing 5.2 million score almost, and Nurture is not even A3. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Actually, before we end off, we do want to have a look at gear. Iova with Soba Arcana, and then the Sentinel's Eye. Silas with Infernal Roar, as well as the Eye of Pertinence. Then Alex with Infernal Roar as well. And then we have the Divine Justice artifact. Then what else do we have? Beelzebub, Tear of Twilight, as well as Wings of Grace artifact. And then we also have Nurture, Cataclysm with the Esotericist Ring. And then we have the Fire Tip Spear. And then last but not least, Lady Mina, Hell's Lament set. And then we also have the Unfortunate Skull, which is what people have found to be most helpful in Matrix, which I'll assume is the best in here as well, because you need the burst damage to happen whenever she does her ultimate. So yeah, I hope you found it helpful. If you did, feel free to leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.